Hello and welcome to Twin Karting RM. My name's Riley Potts and alongside my twin brother
Morgan Potts, we race in GXUK and this was round 5 for clay pigeon.
Here we go, coming up to the lights for our very first race of the weekend on the Saturday afternoon, and we get racing across the line into the double right-hander of turn 1. You can see there we make it through nice and cleanly, we clip the curb and start oversteering a bit but no harm done, and we go into the chicane and we're able to slot in behind number 23, Leo Engels. Now, next corner is a very tight hairpin, quite a heavy braking zone, so we're on to brakes. Taking notice of its damp, there's a couple of carts ahead that go sliding off into each other and even off the track entirely, and into the horseshoe corner we're now 3 abreast with on the outside, so we lose 2 positions coming through there. However, it then gives us this opportunity to get past the 23 cart by sticking behind the cart in front of us.
For the next few laps, we just work with the carts in front.
Here we're just pushing the cart in front past another cart down the ridiculously long back straight here at Clay Pigeon. Then we go up the inside and get squeezed at the apex and just a tiny bit of contact made, but nothing big and nothing to get upset about. We move on through the chicane and go down into the hair.
Here, Riley is surpassed by the awesomeness of Kart 23.
If you're wondering why I'm mentioning the guy in front so much, it's because we're going to do a 12-hour race at Bucknell Park this weekend with him, and hopefully we'll be making a video from that too, but we're not sure how we'll get the GoPro on and off the rental cars at Bucknell Park. Here we'd just like to thank Rad Fire Sprinklers and Harrison Multimedia for being our amazing sponsors this season. We wouldn't be racing in this championship without them and will be eternally grateful for their support that they've provided for us. Go to Harrison Multimedia if you want to get your suits embroidered or your trailer stickers designed or anything else like that.
Here, another cart goes for the move, but we manage to hold it around the outside.
Now going into turn 1, we're going to have a little bit of a look at passing 23, but we brake too early and we're not able to make it. And to make matters worse, the D-plate Sam Blamey comes through and another cart follows him. That doesn't go well. After just 2 corners of fighting, look how far ahead Leo and Sam got. This proves why you need to work together, especially at this track in these cars. Coming into turn 1, we get a massive tow from the cart in front and they defend the first corner, but we're able to go and swoop around the outside at turn 1 and then keep our cart positioned correctly to then go through the chicane side by side and come out on top. A really satisfying move.
Here we had to defend into the hairpin on the final lap.
Here we go, coming across the line to secure our top 5 finish in the first race. Now Morgan actually won this race, but forgot to turn his GoPro on, so that's why you're not seeing that. Here we go then for my second race, on board with me again, starting P24, much further back, but most importantly on the outside, in the danger zone. As we come into turn 1, everybody's going through normally, but then suddenly I get a massive hit and I get launched into the air. Unfortunately, there's no recovering from this. I go spinning and that's the end of my race really. I can't recover many points from this, not least because of some damage occurred to my car. Here's another angle, as you can see, I'm just driving along here, launched up into the air and spun around. Now, this does give me a great drive through the field, although not as great as you'd expect from me, obviously, but that's only because of this. That clickety-click noise is my sprocket protector smashing into my chassis every time it spins round, so I did not have a lot of straight line speed, which is not very good at this track. I also had some other damage which would come back to haunt me in the next race, but you'll see that later. Anyway, we're about to start a great drive through the field, and that starts right after the D plate overtakes me.
Come on, it's broken! It's broken!
Here the D plate goes into the back of his own brother, causing contact and slowing them both down. Unfortunately, due to my damage, I wasn't able to capitalise on this, and I gained no positions. However, into the next corner, the car in front goes with a double move, and I'm able to follow him through and make 2 positions completely for free.
Here we have amazing slipstream down the straights at Clay Pigeon, and are able to utilise this into an epic overtake into turn 1.
The kart in front here goes a bit wider on the exit than I was expecting, so I was able to slip up the inside into the chicane and make enough move. Here we are up behind Ollie in the 71 car. We pull out down the straight, hoping to make a move into turn 1. However, he brakes too late for that to happen, and we're just going to have to follow him through the next set of corners and catch up to the pack in front. That pack in front being 91 and 50, AJ Karting. You should definitely go and check him out on YouTube. However, we slip up the inside of both of the carts in front of me, and now it is time for me to claim my YouTuber superiority and absolutely send Aiden into the shadow realm and just... well, I hope this made it into this video. Anyway, coming into the final corners was right behind him on his bumper, but despite a Euro lean from Aiden there, we're going to pull out down the straight and hope that one of the carts behind us pushes us along and assists us to make the move down into turn 1, which they do, and we're able to get a nice clean move on Aiden, claiming my YouTuber superiority. And it also means that you should subscribe and like this video to help beat him on the track and off the track. Now, this channel is called Twin Karting RM. You haven't seen a lot of Morgan yet, and that's simply because my races have been more interesting. So, we're going to watch about 3 minutes of my heat 3 before it goes terribly wrong, and then we'll switch over to Morgan for the rest of the video, so that he feels nice and incomplete. Anyway, behind the 23 kart, Leo Engels, going into the hairpin, going to be braking nice and early to make a move on the 46 kart, I think it was. And we're going to follow Leo through the next set of corners as he looks to go around the outside of another car. We try and do the same. Doesn't work, we don't lose any position, we don't gain any, and we're able to follow Leo through on another car onto the back straight. Already in P7 from P13, this was an amazing start to the race, and it's a real shame of what's going to happen very soon. Until then, we push Leo down the straights, hoping he'll make a move on the number 5 car in front of him. and he does, opening the gap for us to drive into and nearly get both of them. He is able to come across and cover us off. Then come through the chicane into the hairpin. There I'm just telling Leo to work with me and catch up to the group in front so that we're able to have a race for the lead, or so I thought we would, but that didn't quite materialise, as you're about to find out. Here we are, a couple of laps later. We have a look at Leo into turn 1, but it's not going to work. He brakes too late, and then we're nearly side by side into the chicane. But then, oh no, what's happened? We ghost function, and at this point in time, my car only had 3 of them, leading to catastrophic failure and the end of my race. Now, the reason why my wheel fell off was actually because of this in the last race. This did enough damage to actually crack my wheel hub, and that's the reason why it fell off in this race. So it was very unfortunate, and that ended 2 races.
We are back again, it's like deja vu, here in Heat 3, but this time with your favourite Morgan Potts. We go around the outside, looking for many places. I think we overtook some people, I'm not entirely sure. But we are now behind the D plate, a very fast driver, and hopefully we can utilise this to make moves on the rest of the field. Sticking behind the D plate, looking to work with him, we are going round to that corner, gaining on the OM car, pushing him a bit, trying to get him to make the move so that we can slot in behind and get the maximum slipstream.
Coming into turn 1, the car a couple of places ahead goes for an overly ambitious move, spins and takes out another car. So I was very lucky that we weren't caught up in that. And then another 2 cars off to the side here that got tangled up. So we're able to get 4 positions in that corner. And we go braking into the hairpin, hoping to close the gap back up to the D plate and to get back into the fight. Here the car a couple of places in front goes for a move down the inside, and we're going to follow them through and join the gap that they have created. So we're able to get 3 positions for free. However, on the exit we get forced off the track and we lose 2 positions to 17 and 33 Jack Riggs, which is, well, it's not great if Jack Riggs is coming past you, let's be honest. And we just hope that Morgan can recover for the rest of the race, and that's going to stop now, passing the 17 car, going into the first chicane, using lots of curb and going through that cleanly, and then half a lap later pulling out of the slipstream to try and overtake the 46, going down into turn 1, which is completed successfully. And then we go through the chicane side by side, using lots of curb once again to try and make the move stick. And then on the final lap you can see the kart in front defending, which really allows us to close up the gap. So they defend again on the final corner, and we're looking at getting a switch back on them. However, unfortunately, it's not able to work, and we're on the outside for the next 2 corners. So we slot back in behind them, and we're going to try and push them to the line, or try and make a move on the final corner. It's a track race to the finish, and it looks like we've got help from behind, and we're able to just pick them at the line and take a top 10 finishing position.
Here we are at the final, going into the first turn, through that safely, into turn 2, through that safely despite being on the outside, and here we go, looking for the move on the outside of Jack Riggs. Maybe we can make it stick, but he just pulls alongside and just holds the inside and gets past. We now want to work with Jack Briggs to catch up to the D plate.
Here 33 and 36 go side by side in the chicane and slow both of them down, and are able to get a great run out of the chicane. However, are stuck on the outside for the next hairpin, and that means that we're going to lose both of the positions, and also lose quite a lot of time to 99 and the D plate, who you can see off in the distance now. Here the carts ahead are going tight into the first corner to try and defend a position, and that slows everybody down. And it also means that Jack Briggs runs right and we're able to slip up the inside and take the position going into the chicane. Congratulations to Jack Langford and the 99 kart for winning the championship. Here we go, we'll now be seeing a very quick edit of my final, starting P13 on the inside after my two horrendous races today. And we are making it through turn 1 nice and cleanly, going into the chicane, not having gained or lost any positions really, and we're going to bump the back of the 71 kart and look for a move down the inside, but it's going to break too late, so it's not going to happen. However, they missed the apex slightly, and that gives us an opportunity to get a switch back into the next corner. However, the next corner is a left-hander, so nothing comes of it. Now we're just going to push him down the straights and catch up to the packs in front. So here we go, he goes down the inside and defends, and we're able to sweep around the outside and then get a better exit into the next corner, which turns into the inside, and to make a move. Here we're able to get 78 going into the chicane as they ran slightly wide there, and now we're in the hunt for a top 6 finishing position. Here, the number 8 kart pulls out down the straight, hoping to get past 23, and we're able to slip up the inside of both of them and gain 2 positions in one corner, using lots of curb in the chicane as we were still alongside, and then going to happen and telling the cars behind to work with us to hopefully try and bridge the gap to the top 5, but that was never really going to happen here as there was such a massive gap of the car behind me. Well, didn't work with me. Towards the end of the race now, coming into the hairpin, 23 comes up my inside and makes a move, putting me down into 7th place. However, this didn't last very long, as on the very final lap we were able to get back past.
CP2, engine. CP2. Ah!
Here we are at the end of yet another semi-successful race in GX UK. We'd like to quickly thank our sponsors again, Rad Fire Sprinklers and Housen Multimedia, and we'd also like to thank you for watching this video. We'd also like to thank our dad for keeping the karts mostly on the track with his incredible mechanicking skills, and bye bye.